The Sultanate of Oman, sometimes known as Oman, is an Arab nation. It is located in the Middle East on the coast of Arabian Peninsula. It is situated along the Persian Gulf. The government is an unquestioning monarchy. In the past, it was known as the Sultanate of Muscat and Oman, which comprised portions of Pakistan and the modern United Arab Emirates. The nation and Saudi Arabia are closely linked. Between Saudi Arabia and nations like Iran or Qatar, it frequently acts as a moderate mediator. The nation is home to the prestigious Royal Military Academy. One of the world's richest nations is Oman, $45,000 in annual gross domestic product or GDP. Also safe and not risky for travelers in Oman. Although there are a few small-time offenses, crime is generally uncommon. The Sultan has allowed for religious freedom in the nation and is regarded as a force for good. What about Haytham bin Tariq Al Said though? How does he spend all his money? To learn everything about it, stick around to the very conclusion of the video. For more similar videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. The Sultan of Oman is Haytham bin Tariq Al Said. On January 11, 2020, he replaced his cousin Qaboos bin Said. He was once the Minister of Culture and Heritage. Ahad bin Abdullah bin Hamad Al Busaidia is wed to Haytham bin Tariq. They are Tayazin bin Haytham Al Said, Bilara bin Haytham Al Said, Taraya bin Haytham Al Said, and Umayma bin Haytham Al Said. Their 2 sons and 2 daughters. The royal family and Qaboos will name Haytham bin Tariq as the Sultan of Oman. He pledged to continue his predecessor's pacifist foreign policy and advance Oman's economic growth. The estimated net worth of the Sultan of Oman is $1.1 billion. In Muscat, Oman, the Sultan resides in a huge palace. In reality, he has multiple palaces. The official palace is Al Alam Palace. We're still trying to locate his mansion. Al Said and Fulk Al Salama are 2 of his ships. Sultan is the owner of a sizable private Boeing 747. The aircraft was created in 2001 and has the registration A40OMN. In addition, he owns a 2012-built 747. The aircraft is registered as A40HMS. However, this plane is not decorated in royal hues, so we assume that the Sultan made use of the older jet. Let's have a look at the king's lifestyle. Although Oman is one of the smallest nations in Western Asia, did you know that this royal family is one of the richest in the world? The Oman royal family is not as well known as other Arab royal families, but despite this, they're still billionaires. Therefore, in today's film, we'll give you an intimate look at their daily lives. Everything will be exposed here, from aircraft to yacht fleets. But before we get into the royal family's opulent lifestyle, let's take a look at how the Oman royal family rose to power to get the full picture. Beginning in the 15th century, between 1507 and 1650, the Muscat area was ruled by Portugal and the Ottoman Empire. This is due to Oman's advantageous geographic position for eastward-bound international trade routes. The real tale begins in the 17th century, when the Omani tribe commanded by Imam drove the Portuguese out of Muscat, even though neither the Portuguese nor the Ottomans completely dominated Oman. Afterwards, the Omani dynasty expanded its empire by taking control of former Portuguese provinces in East Africa. Following Saif bin Sultan's dynastic succession, local tribes began to compete with one another in 1719. This rivalry eventually led to a civil war between 2 factions commanded by the major tribes, Kinawi and Jafiri, with the Jafiri siding with Saif bin Sultan II. With the aid of Seu, Nader Shah of Persia took control of Muscat and Sohar in 1743. Saif bin Balara bin Himyar of Aruba succeeded Saif following his death. Although Persia had previously seized the coast, its intervention on behalf of an unpopular dynasty sparked an uprising. Ahmed bin Said al-Busayati, the revolt's leader, profited from the uprising, which drove the Persians into exile. Ahmed bin conquered Balarab after the Persians had fled, becoming Oman's first musketeer ruler and imam. Oman continued to grow by settling in Gudar, which is now in Pakistan, in the year 1783. In a treaty of friendship made in 1798 between Oman and Great Britain, the Sultan's rule was cemented by Great Britain. Sultan Said bin Sultan Al San's Busais fought for the succession after his death in 1856. Through Britain's intervention, the empire was split into 2 distinct principalities as a result of this conflict: the Muscat, the Sultanate of Zanzibar, and the Sultan of Oman. The majority of this time was spent as British protectorates for Oman and Muscat. In 1951, the Imam ruled Zanzibar and the Sultan ruled Oman. As a result of the Friendship, Commerce, and Navigation Pact, Oman gained independence from Britain in 1970. According to Sultan Qaboos bin, the Sultanate of Muscat and Oman was renamed to simply Oman, ushering in a new era. Currently, the Sultan and the Prime Minister are in charge of Oman. According to His Majesty, Haytham bin Tariq he became Sultan of Oman in January 11, 2020. Although the total wealth of the royal family is unknown, the Sultan is thought to be worth around $1 billion. Check to see if the royal family is the owner of the palace. Al Alam Palace is the Sultan of Oman's formal residence. One of the 6 royal residences of the Sultan, the Al Alam Palace, is situated in Muscat. In 1972, the Al Alam Palace was constructed. The palace on the Mutra Harbor is well known for its lavish Islamic architecture, which is surrounded by an incredible green garden. The Al Alam Palace is regarded as a classic masterpiece. Its front features 4 columns that are blue and fashioned from gold. The palace includes its own walled gardens, spa, and swimming pool. In 1972, the palace was renovated to serve as a royal residence. The Sultan of Oman has 5 further palaces from this. Although the cost of building these palaces isn't clear, we estimate it to be in excess of $100 million. Yes, the royal family owns it. One of the characteristics of royalty is luxury. The Omani royal family is no exception to royalty with extravagance. 5 yachts and 2 smaller boats make up the royal family of Oman's private yacht squadron, which is separate from the Royal Navy. Wow, what wealthy individuals! Having fun with the video? Then go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Al Said is the name of the Oman royal family's first yacht. It is a showy yacht worth $600 million, with annual operating expenses ranging from $50 to $80 million. The super yacht claims that it was constructed in 2006 at Lursin's request. In the month of September 2007, the Lursin shipyard launched it. When it was given the royal family in 2008, it was thought to be the 2nd largest yacht in the world at the same time. Fok Al Salama is the name of a 2nd yacht owned by the Omani royal family. The new boat was created to replace the previous Al Salama and measures 159 meters in length. Currently, the boat has a number of features in common. Very little is known about the yacht, but according to the super yacht, the full Gallus Salama is valued at over $500 million and has a $50 million yearly operating expense. Al Darafa, one of the royal family's 2 ships, is presently employed as a logistic and helicopter support vessel. Al Salama is the other. Al Mura Cruiser and Shafiq Al Fayyar, a 27-meter luxury short-haul sports yacht, are the names of the 2 smaller boats. Private jet purchases or one-way royalty groups demonstrate their wealth. The Omani royal dynasty is flawless in this regard. The Royal Flight of Oman is the name of the VIP air transportation service used by the Omani royal family. They have a variety of private aircraft in their portfolio, including VIP helicopters. They include the $418.4 million US Boeing 747 SB-27, for instance. It is registered as A4OMN, which translates to Royal Flight. The 2001-built aircraft was designed exclusively for trips by the Sultan. The Sultan also uses another Boeing 747-430 that was introduced to the fleet in 2012 is also used by the Sultan. The registration identifier for the aircraft is A4OMS. The cost of producing the jet was about $100 million, but the fact that it's not decorated in royal colors may be a sign that the Sultan frequently employs older aircraft. The royal family also possesses several Gulfstream 550s, AC-130J, a Super Puma, an Airbus A320, an Airbus A319, and other aircraft. The combined estimated value of these 5 aircraft is roughly $250 million. So far, the royal family yachts and aircraft have been on display. You're undoubtedly wondering right now how many cars the royal family has. The estimated value of their automotive collection is $10 million. When the late H.M. Sultan Qaboos used the roads and traveled the nation by car, many of these vehicles were seen. The royal family's expenses have been made public. The royal family of Oman also owns its own perfume brand known as the House of Amouche, which is an international perfume and fragrance company making waves in the fragrance industry. Additionally, they own the Oman Aviation Group, an international airline that operates both international and domestic air services, as well as regional air services. Thank you for watching. We hope you had a good time. Comment below on your favorite aspect of the video or topics you'd like to see covered in a future video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.